Did you know that over 70% of people feel they're not as creative as they could be? Yet, creativity is one of the most valuable skills in today's world. It's what helps people invent new technologies, solve big problems, and stand out in their careers. Here's the shocking part. The truth is, creativity isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you can actually improve. In this video, I'm going to reveal some surprising secrets to supercharge your creative process. We'll talk about how to break free from boring ideas, why making a mess can actually boost your creativity, and how spending time alone could be your ticket to brilliant new thoughts. Sounds too simple to be true? Wait until you see the research behind it. By the end of this video, you'll have real, actionable strategies to become more creative than ever. Get ready to unlock your full creative potential. Chapter 1. Unlock your inner inventor. Defy the ordinary. Creativity begins when you challenge the ordinary. Many of the greatest ideas come from questioning the way things are. Steve Jobs famously said, "Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things." That's exactly what you can do, question everything. The idea here is to constantly ask, what if? It's not just a tool for finding answers but for discovering better, more exciting questions. Take a simple task and think, how can I do this differently? For example, look at how the iPhone was born. Apple didn't just improve existing phones, they rethought the entire concept. They looked at the problem and asked themselves, what if we could make a phone smarter, more intuitive, and connected to everything? Your imagination needs to break free from familiar patterns. Creative inventors look at obstacles and see opportunities. They find new ways to improve the world by changing the way things work. Think about how Dyson transformed vacuums, by eliminating bags and introducing a cyclone method. The idea was simple, yet revolutionary. It's a prime example of how defying the ordinary can yield groundbreaking results. To unlock your inner inventor, it's important to cultivate curiosity. Curiosity is the secret sauce to creative breakthroughs. Studies show that curious people are more likely to be innovative. They don't settle for the status quo. Instead, they look for new ways to solve old problems. By exploring things beyond your comfort zone, you'll expand your thinking. There's also power in mistakes. Inventors know that failure is part of the journey. In fact, Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." So, when you face setbacks, don't shy away. Instead, use them as stepping stones for the next big idea. Every failure is an opportunity for growth. Chapter 2. The chaos of creation. Embrace the mess. Creativity doesn't thrive in perfect conditions. In fact, it often flourishes in chaos. Famous inventor Albert Einstein believed that, out of clutter, find simplicity. The key is to embrace the mess and let it guide you to new solutions. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by chaos, but it's also where you'll find your most creative ideas. When you allow yourself to experiment without worrying about neatness, you open the door to creativity. Let's take the example of brainstorming. Most people believe you must have a clear structure before you can come up with ideas. But in reality, free-flowing, messy brainstorming sessions often produce the most unique concepts. In a study by researchers at the University of California, participants were asked to come up with creative ideas in either a clean or messy room. The results? Those who worked in the messy room produced more creative ideas. The researchers concluded that clutter encourages people to think more freely and take risks. Embrace the unexpected. Let your mind wander, even if it feels like you're off track. Sometimes, the most revolutionary ideas come from a place of spontaneity. You may have heard of the famous story about how Post-it notes were invented. Spencer Silver, a 3M scientist, was trying to create a super strong adhesive but ended up with a weak one. Instead of discarding it, he found a new purpose, creating notes that could stick temporarily. The mess led to an invention that's now a staple in offices worldwide. So, next time you feel overwhelmed by the chaos, remember that it's an essential part of the creative process. Instead of trying to control everything, allow it to unfold naturally. That's when the magic happens. Chapter 3. Sparks in the silence. The power of solitude in today's fast-paced world, silence is rare. But if you want to enhance your creativity, solitude might be your best tool. Studies show that solitude helps stimulate creative thinking by allowing your brain to process information deeply. In fact, some of history's greatest thinkers found their best ideas while being alone. Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, and even J.K. Rowling were known for spending hours alone, allowing their minds to wander and spark new ideas. Spending time alone doesn't mean being isolated forever, it means carving out space for your thoughts. Solitude helps you escape the noise of everyday life, so you can focus on deep thinking. A study at the University of Virginia found that people who spent time alone in a room without distractions were more likely to come up with creative ideas. Sometimes, silence can bring clarity. Have you ever had a brilliant idea while taking a walk or in the shower? These are moments of solitude that allow your brain to make connections and solve problems that seemed impossible before. The power of solitude isn't just about being alone, it's about creating the mental space to think freely. Silence allows you to hear your inner thoughts, which is often where the best ideas come from. That quiet moment gives your brain the time it needs to process, reflect, and make new connections. But don't worry if you're not naturally an introvert. The key is not about being alone all the time, but about finding moments during your day where you can focus without distractions. This simple act of stepping back can help you sharpen your creative edge. Whether it's 10 minutes of meditation or an afternoon walk, solitude can unlock the creativity you've been searching for. If you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on more creative hacks. Chapter 4. The Curiosity Code. How questioning everything opens new doors. Creativity thrives when we question everything. Instead of simply accepting things as they are, ask yourself, why? Or, what if? Curious people are known to be better problem solvers and innovators. In fact, a study by the University of Minnesota found that curious people have a higher chance of achieving success because they constantly seek out new information and fresh perspectives. So how can you tap into your curiosity? Start by asking better questions. For example, instead of saying, "How do I finish this task?" ask, "What's the most interesting way I could do this?" Or, "What new angle could I explore here?" The power of curiosity is all about reframing the situation to uncover new solutions. Challenge yourself to ask a "what if" question every day. What if you combined two unrelated ideas? What if you explored something you usually wouldn't? These questions can take you down paths that your mind wouldn't have gone before, leading to surprising discoveries and ideas. Don't be afraid to get curious, and remember, every question you ask opens a new door to creativity. Chapter 5. Creative Crossroads. Where ideas collide. Innovation doesn't happen in a vacuum. Creativity thrives at the intersection of different ideas, experiences, and disciplines. Think about how the light bulb came to be. Thomas Edison didn't invent it in isolation. He combined knowledge from physics, engineering, and chemistry to create something completely new. Cross-pollination of ideas can lead to breakthroughs in unexpected areas. For example, the field of bioengineering was created when scientists combined biology with engineering. When two ideas from different fields collide, amazing things can happen. One great way to spark this kind of creativity is to learn something outside your comfort zone. Take a class on something unrelated to your usual interests or engage with people from different industries. These experiences can give you new insights that you can apply to your own creative projects. The magic happens when ideas collide. Don't be afraid to mix things up. Chapter 6. The 5-Minute Challenge. Micro-creativity for mega results. Sometimes, the best ideas come from small bursts of focused effort. In fact, dedicating just 5 minutes a day to creative practice can lead to huge improvements over time. The key is consistency. Small, daily creative exercises build up to larger breakthroughs. Start with a simple 5-minute challenge. Spend 5 minutes writing, drawing, or brainstorming anything that comes to mind. It doesn't need to be perfect, just let your mind flow freely. The more you practice this, the easier it will be to tap into your creativity when you need it. Studies have shown that short bursts of activity can improve focus and productivity. The 5-minute challenge is an easy way to get your creative juices flowing without feeling overwhelmed. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep up with more tips on boosting your creativity.